Hey Aries, I've got a reading for you. So if you stumble across this, you might find some helpful advice, messages, things that might resonate with you in your situation right now. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up or like if it does resonate. Let's see what's going on with you. You got your Aries energy, the Fool. So your cards come up, Aries. Taking a leap into the unknown. Taking a leap of faith, as I should say, into the unknown. So you might be at the moment on a doing that, standing on a precipice, about to take a leap of faith into the unknown. You don't really know what's out there, but you're prepared to take that risk. Yeah. 10 of Pentacles. The risk. Building yourself a better future, knowing what it is you want, already seeing that you deserve happiness, the happy home, the happy family, the happy life, the happy wife, the happy husband, the happy pets, everything, the happy home. But beware, we have Capricorn energy here, we have the devil, so be aware. You may need to look at your lifestyle, do a bit of a lifestyle check here. There could be some habits, some sort of negative habits. It can be negative self-talk. It could be some things that aren't particularly good for you that you need to possibly address. And I feel that you're doing that. This can also represent codependency. Doesn't have to be codependency in a relationship. It can mean you're codependent on a certain way of doing things, codependent on substances, or codependent negative habits. In many cases it can be negative self-talk, talking yourself out of doing things, not quite believing that you can have it all, not quite believing that you can get reach a state of fulfillment in your life. But whatever it is you've been going through with the Seven of Swords here, you've learned a lot. I think you've learned a lot about yourself. I'm feeling as if you've learned a lot about yourself, and that's been a very positive thing. Look at all the yellow in this card. You may have had to, drop a few things. You may be needing to do that. Walking away from things that haven't been serving your highest good. But in doing so, you've accumulated a lot of knowledge. You've accumulated knowledge, wisdom. This you can move forwards with, because you understand that by maybe eliminating some things from your life, or even changing things about your lifestyle, walking away from drama, for example, is your way forwards. It's like you might have been dealing with things, people, places, things, that have been disturbing your peace, a bit dramatic for your liking, and deciding that you're kind of done with that. You want things, you want flow, you want to move forward with integrity. You don't want anybody holding you back, and it could be that you've allowed things to hold up your forward movement, to hold up your progress and your evolution. And now you're kind of doing a sort of no to the I need to move forwards, and in doing so, I'm gonna move forward with a different kind of with an integrity and a different kind of perception. It's like you perceive things slightly differently now, because I feel as if you're either in the process of letting some things go, a process of changing your lifestyle a little bit, acknowledging the things that have been maybe habitual, that you've just got caught up in sort of certain habits, certain ways of being, certain things that, and it can sometimes it can be a family thing that you could have been, in this case Aries, allowing other people to have too much of an influence over you. That you're not prepared to do. But you also have the Nine of Cups, which is about you feeling relatively a lot more fulfilled in your life. It's like you have, put the pieces of the jigsaw puzzle together. You've kind of seen a bigger picture, and you're aware that you have everything you need. You have all the tools you need. You, if you were to, or if you have just found yourself in a position of eliminating certain things that don't serve your highest good, you're seeing a different way of being and a different way of doing, in order to have, because I feel like the Queen of Swords here, you have been also cutting things out that, you have been aware, and I think for some time, Aries, that you've been aware that things might have been holding you back, or just aware that maybe, you've been going through the motions, repeating the same patterns, not really allowing yourself to even think outside the box, just, that kind of plodding through life, accepting things as they are when you don't need to. And I think you've reached a place, Aries, when you've kind of gone, because you have the Fool, your own Aries energy, where you taking a leap of faith into the unknown, and in doing so cutting away the dead wood, if you like, to clear your path, for unencumbered, let's say, unencumbered, is that a word? Forward movement. You might have been carrying a bit too much, and even carrying stuff for other people that isn't yours to carry, for example, and recognizing that you don't need to, and you don't need to have you have the Chariot, Cancer energy. Seven represents seven. Seven might be a significant number for you. Pussycat's joining. He's giving you some healing energy, Pussycat. So yeah, cats might be relevant. You might be finding yourself wanting a cat, or getting a cat, or cats are playing a significant role in your life, or you might be finding that they're offering you a certain amount of soothing, helping you sort of self-soothe, which you might need. And the Chariot means that, movement forward, you, like I said, you have all the tools you need for forward movement. Once you cut that dead wood away, which I feel you've done, just saying no to certain things, and freeing yourself up, I'm feeling. Now the Chariot is also represents your ability to get better balance in your life as well. Perhaps also you've been affected by this recent full moon in Aquarius, or that we have just we're just coming out of, which could have sort of heightened your intuition as well, into giving you a better direction. Perhaps you're being able to see a direction ahead of you that was a bit obscured before this full moon that we've just had, and now it's almost like it's illuminated your path ahead. Oh, celebrations. Now, yeah, this is something now coming up for you. This could be celebrating with friends, or celebrating some successes, or celebrating the fact that you have come through something, and you're understanding that by taking a leap of faith, by cutting away all the dead wood, by cutting things out, maybe you're getting over some addictive behaviour, or, as I said, habitual, just the understanding that you were maybe having a bit of a groundhog day or groundhog life, doing the same thing, expecting different results, which is the definition of actually stupidity. But I'm not calling you stupid by any means, but perhaps not not because you weren't changing patterns or changing anything up. Things were feeling a bit groundhog for you, and now you've realised that, and this is giving you a sort of new lease of life and making you feel more hopeful about what's up next, because you're pretty fearless, Aries. You are, leader of the zodiac. You're pretty fearless, probably one of the most fearless signs of zodiac. You do take risks. You're happy in that you often take risks. That you change things up without too much fear. Impulsively often. Also, it could be a good idea for you to wear a little bit more red, or have some more red in your decor at home. Red, burgundy, use that, and that's also colour your base chakra. That might mean that you need to ground yourself a bit more, and that could be a good thing to do. You also have the strength card. You are strong. I think you needed a lot of strength to get through what you might have recently gone through. This also represents Leo. You may be also celebrating with Leo. You may have a Leo close friend or relative who is cheering you on, being your best cheerleader. You could be connecting with. They could have been offering you the strength to maybe get through anything addictive, or repeated behavioural patterns, or the groundhog day. Maybe this particular individual has shown you a different way, being a bit more on your side, possibly, or during Leo season, which we're now in, things are going to be changing for you more quickly. With a Chariot here, you're maybe a complete change of direction, or considering a change of direction, change of career, a change in your family life, home life, even your love life. Changes that you're not afraid, that you're not fearful of at all, Aries. And you have a lover, so this could be a new relationship. This could be doesn't have to be a new relationship. It could be a case of you being able to balance out your masculine and feminine energies, and perhaps you were very caught up in your masculine energy, and not recognising or giving enough time or a recognition to your feminine side. Man or woman, we all have both. We all have both masculine and feminine energies in us. And you are a masculine sign. Fire signs are masculine by definition. And you could be needing to get more in touch with your feminine side, or this could be something in love that is changing, and you're prepared to take a leap of faith, maybe take a relationship to a sort of higher level of commitment, for example. You could be connecting with a Leo even. Queen of Cups, you've got a lot of love to give. And this is also a nudge, because if you do need to get more in touch with your feminine side, coming from your heart space, being more loving, getting more into your sort of feminine energy, taking a risk in love, even because you have the Fool card. You might be wanting to take a risk in matters of the heart, Aries. Or just operating more from your heart space. Yeah, don't burn yourself out. You may find with the Four of Swords here that you need to take a little time out for you, especially with changes that you could be going through, and having the Chariot here is often fast. It's quite a fluid forward movement. Can be unsettling, so remember to ensure that you get time to rest, to rejuvenate, so that you don't burn out. And fire signs, as a general rule, we can burn out relatively easily, firing on all cylinders and then feeling depleted. So be aware of that. Because you're going to be having victory and success with the Six of Staffs, the Six of Wands here. Victorious about something, ultimately, during Leo season. And finding reason to celebrate. You could have a relative, child, or friend who's Leo, and you'll be celebrating their birthday, which will feel like a bit of a turning point. Maybe they're reaching a significant age, and this is going to be kind of a pleasant distraction for you if you've been overdoing it or overworking, or finding the changes that you're going through to have been a little bit challenging. What else have we got for you, Aries? Smoky quartz just come to mind. Smoky quartz, that could be helpful, as well as having more red, or wearing red, or having some red in your home environment. I'm feeling that smoky quartz could be helpful. Let's have a look. Smoky quartz. Yeah, so it's a brown crystal quartz, and it is good for relaxation. As I say, you need possibly a little bit of R&R. Releases tension, helps with any kind of stress that you might be going through. It also enhances rational, realistic and pragmatic thought processes, where you can, your card being the Fool, being Aries, taking a leap of faith without, rather impulsively. It can help you rationalise, be more realistic, so that you're not taking risks that could be detrimental in the long term. So by being realistic and pragmatic through your thought processes, helps with headaches. If you suffer with migraines, Aries, a lot of Aries do, because you're ruled by Mars, but your body part is the head, your head. And a lot of Aries, I know, they suffer with migraines, headaches from stress and overworking. So I'm feeling that this smoky quartz could help you in that area. Tense shoulders and back, because of your head feels, you have tension in your head, your neck is affected, your headaches, it affects your neck, it affects your shoulders. I also think a lot of fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius and Aries, they build stress often in their neck and shoulders, and Aries in particular. So, and back too. More so Aries, it's your head, your neck, your upper, your shoulders. So this will help alleviate any tension there, and strengthen your nervous system as well. Any kind of physical pain that you might have. There's also a dark smoky quartz, which is a sort of dark grey stone, and that helps you to withstand exertion, overexertion, cope with stress and strain, and makes you more alert and industrious. enables you to tackle important things with more zest, with more enthusiasm as well. So, and also with pain relief helps with also any exposure to radiation, for example. So if you work with a lot of tech, or you have in the workplace, perhaps you work with your that's going to help you eliminate any kind of effects of radiation. Now we're looking at a couple more cards for Aries that could help you, assist you, advice for Aries. Grounding, yeah. You prioritise your nourishment by connecting back to the earth. Red, I was talking about earlier, enables, connects with your base chakra, and will grounding, you to the earth, grounding your energy, so that you can cope better with, day-to-day life. So perhaps go walking barefoot in nature, meditation in nature, yoga might help. So make sure you keep yourself grounded. Change, yes. You're welcoming this change, taking a leap of faith into the unknown. You're welcoming this change, and you give yourself permission to evolve through whatever you're going through now and the changes that you're going through at this present moment. So you're welcoming it. Don't feel intimidated by it. And celebration again. You had the Three of Cups. So there are definite celebrations on the horizon for you, Aries. So make the most of them. Is my advice. Make the most of them. Life is short, and you love to party. You love to enjoy yourself. So make sure you do enjoy that as they come up. Accept invitations. Don't be a wallflower. Not that you ever are, but make the most of that. And what else, Aries? What else do we need to know? You are daring. This is very Aries, isn't it? Red, Aries, red. There we are. You are daring. You have a very daring persona, and make the most of, be that brave one. Go out there, dazzle them, show them how daring you can be. Aries, if you're not being daring, you're not being you. So be daring. Don't worry about what anyone thinks. Go and dress up and wear them. Wear red. Go out in red. Get some red flowers and put them in your home. Wear some red jewellery. Get a red bag if you're a woman, or and maybe you drive a red car. Maybe think about that. Something red. And you're independent. And your independence is key. And also you're very aware that you are going forward. You have the Chariot here, and you are going forward. And again, we have more red. So consider that. Let's have a look and get your Goddess Guidance card, or two. See what we have. Oh, quiet time. So do take that time. I have mentioned this just a little bit earlier with the Four of Swords here. Take some time for yourself, in the sort of frenetic pace of life, as things seem to be moving at quite a fast pace right now. Make sure you take that time out for yourself. It's very important for you to be able to recharge, especially as a fire sign, so that you don't deplete, so that you don't burn out. So make sure that you do this and you take care of yourself in this way. And meditate, contemplate, allow yourself to do that. It's not a luxury, it's a necessity. and you shouldn't feel guilty about it. It's important for your well-being, and your well-being comes first. So yeah, and then we have more red again. Your divine passion, what is it that lights you up? What lights you up? Be honest with yourself, and what is your heart's true desire? Don't dumb yourself down. Be brave, be out there, follow your passions. I feel as if you are, and could be changing direction, and you could be, if you're working on any kind of creative projects right now, I feel as if you're going to be more confident in what you're doing. Perhaps you're going to be more, going to be braver, perhaps putting yourself out there a little bit more, not comparing yourself to others, being understanding that what you do is unique to you, and it's people want to see you. People want to see you and see what you do, because you have got a lot going for you, Aries, and just keep being brave, keep being courageous. Don't be put off. Don't talk yourself out of stuff, and enjoy celebrations coming up for you. Enjoy this, right now, this month, and take good care of yourself. Sending you lots of love, and I hope this resonated with you on some or other level. Don't forget, give a thumbs up if you enjoy this reading, or share it, or save it, whatever. And until next time, bye for now.